Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 1 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 1 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter mixed operations, and the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are addition and subtraction word problems, addition and subtraction sentences true or false, 10 more or less, add and subtract, tens. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, here I'm on grade 1 math. Chapter we're working on is mixed operations. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is addition and subtraction word problems. Okay, so let's just start with the first example. A school bus made a stop and two children got off the bus. However, three children stayed on. How many children were on the bus just before the stop? So, the basic thing is you have to understand the statement first, right? Then you have to decide if you have to add and if you have to subtract. So, a school bus made a stop and two children got off the bus, right? Then, three children are still there in the bus. The question is how many children were on the bus just before the stop, right? That means before the bus stops, how many students do we have in the book? That means you have to add in the bus, sorry, not book. We have to add 3 plus 2, right? So 3 plus 2 equals 5. That means there were 5 children on the bus just before the bus stop, right? Okay, the next one is just read the question very carefully. You have to decide if you have to add or you have to subtract. Today, a total of 15 Smart Sky Airline planes landed on the airport, right? Only 6 landed on time. How many Smart Sky Airline planes did not land on time at the airport today? Okay, so the total planes are 15, right? Just 15 landed on, sorry, just 6 landed on time. You have to see how many of them are not landed on time. So, what you have to do, you have to now subtract because total has 5, 6 were landed on time. You have to see how many of them did not landed on time, right? So, you have to subtract, you have to do 15 take away 6, right? So just subtract 15 take away 6 is you have to start with 15 and go back 6, right? So when you go back 6 it would be 9. That means there only 9 airline planes did not land on time at the airport today, right? Okay, the next one is Emmy and Zach collected shells on the beach. Emmy found 9 shells and Zach found 7 shells. How many shells did they collect all together? So you have to see how many shells they both have, right? That means you have to add both the values the Emmy have and the Zach have, right? So Emmy have 9 shells and Zach have 7, so you have to add 9 plus 7 and 9 plus 7 makes 16, right? That means they have 16 shells altogether. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. So if you already know the answers, you can please write down the answer in the chat box. Okay, after a forest fire, there are 6 old trees plus 7 baby trees called saplings. how many trees are there overall. So what you have to do, add or subtract. Whenever you have to count things all together, overall, together, that means you have to add, right? So here you have the word how many trees are there overall, that means you have to add. So you have to add 7 plus 6. So 7 plus 6 makes 13. That means the total trees overall are 13. You have to add 7 and 6. You can add any way you like by making 6 lines 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? 7, start with 7 and count the 6 lines 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That means there are 13 trees overall, right? The correct option is 13. Okay, the next one is it usually takes Beth 5 minutes to get home from school. So today it was raining. So it took her 14 minutes to get home. How much longer did it take Beth to get home from school today? So usually it takes just 5 minutes, right? And today it took 14 minutes. You have to see how much longer did it take today. That means you have to subtract 14 out of 5, right? You have to do 14 take away 5. So how do you subtract 14 take away 5, right? Start with 5 and count until 14. So it would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means 14 take away 5 equals 9. That means today it took 9 more minutes to it take Beth to get 9 more minutes from school to home, right? That means the correct option is 9. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is there are two books on a shelf. Four more books are added. Now, how many books are there? That means two books are already on the shelf. So you added four more, right? So 2 plus 4 equals, you have to add 2 plus 4 equals 6. That means the correct option is 6. The correct option is 6. Okay, the next one is a mama bear has eaten 5 fish. Her cub has eaten 2 fish. In all, how many fish have the bears eaten? So just understand the question. The question is in all, how many fish have the bears eaten? That means you have to, whenever you have the word in all together, overall, that means you have to add them. So you just have to add 5 plus 2. So 5 plus 2 makes. So 5 plus 2 makes 7, right? That means the total fish the bears have eaten is 7. The correct option is 7. Lucy's mother made 9 ham sandwiches and 4 jelly sandwiches for the class picnic. How many sandwiches did she make all together? Okay, you can see now the word all together, right? That means you have to add them. So you have to add 9 plus 4. So let's just add 9 plus 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That means when you add 4 to 9, it makes 13. So the correct option is 13. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is Danny and Wesley. Yes, hi. Danny and Wesley jumped on the couch a combined total of 10 times, right? They both are jumping and they jumped 10 times. Then the couch broke and they both got in big trouble. If Danny jumped on the couch 2 times, how many times did Wesley jump on it? So they combined jumped 10 times, right? Danny jumped 2 times. You have to see how many times Wesley jumped. So you have to subtract 10 take away 2 is 10 take away 2 is 8, right? That means Wesley jumps 8 times. So the correct option is 8. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just start with the next lesson. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is addition and subtraction sentences, true or false. Okay, which sentence is true? So basically, you are given two of the sentences. You have to see which of the sentences true, right? But here you're not given with the options. So let's just start with the practice questions. There you are also given with the options. So that would be easy to understand. Okay. Which sentence is true? Okay, now you can see you are given two of the options, right? The first one is 1 plus 3 equals 4, and the second one is 4 take away 3 equals 3. So you have to see which one is the correct one, right? Let's just check the first one. 1 plus 3. When you add 3 plus 1 makes 4, right? That means that is the correct one. You can also check the other one. 4 take away 3. 4 take away 3 equals 4 take away 3 equals 1, but here you are given 3, right? That means the second one is not the correct one. First one is the correct one. 1 plus 3 equals 4, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. Which sentence is true? 4 take away 4 equals 0 or 1 plus 2 equals 5, which is the correct one? 4 take away 4 equals 0, right? But when you add 1 plus 2, it doesn't make 5, it makes 3, right? That means the correct option is option number 1. 4 take away 4 equals 0. That is the correct option. The next one is which sentence is true? You are given two of the options. 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 4 take away 4 equals 3. So which is the correct option? 1 plus 2, when you add 2 and 1 makes 3. That is the correct one, right? But when you subtract 4 take away 4 equals 3, no, 4 take away 4 equals 0. That means the correct one is true is option number 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3 is the correct one. Which sentence is true? 4 take away 4 equals 4 and 2 take away 2 equals 0, which is the correct one. If you already know the answers, you can please write down the answers in the chat box. Option number 1 is false. 4 take away 4 equals 0, right? Option number 1 is not the correct one. The second one is the correct one. 2 take away 2 equals 0. That is the correct option. The next one is, which sentence is true? 4 take away 3 equals 1 and 2 plus 1 equals 2, which is the correct option. So when you subtract 4 take away 3, that equals 1, right? That means option number 1 is the correct one. But just look at the second one. 2 plus 1 equals 3, but here you are given with the 2, right? That means option number 1 is the correct one. 4 take away 3 equals 1. Which sentence is true? 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 4 plus 1 equals 4. Which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct one, right? 1 plus 2 equals 3. But when you add 4 plus 1, it doesn't make 4, right? 4 plus 1 equals 5. So option number 1 is the correct one. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Option number 1 is the correct one. Which sentence is true? 1 plus 2 equals 4 and 3 take away 1 equals 2. So which is the correct option? 1 plus 2 equals 3, not 4, right? That means option number 2 is the correct one because 3 take away 1 equals 2. So option number 2 is the correct one. Okay, the next one is, which sentence is true? 2 plus 1 equals 5 or 2 plus 1 equals 3. Which is the correct one? Which is the correct option? When you add 2 plus 1 equals 3, right? That means option number 1 is not the correct one. 2 is the correct one. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So the second option is the correct option. Which sentence is true? 2 take away 2 equals 2 and 3 plus 2 equals 5. Which is the correct option? Two take away 2 equals 0, not 2. So that means option number 1 is not the correct one. 2 is the correct one. When you add 3 plus 2, it makes 5. So the second option is the correct one. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Which sentence is true? 5 take away 2 equals 3 and 1 plus 1 equals 5. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct one, right? 5 take away 2 equals 3. So option number 1 is the correct one. The second one is not the correct because 1 plus 1 equals 2, not 5, right? So option number 1 is the correct option. 5 take away 2 equals 3. Okay, which sentence is true? 2 plus 2 equals 4 or 1 take away 1 equals 0. Which is the correct option? 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? That means option number 1 is not the correct one. Just look at the second one. 1 take away 1 equals 0. That means the second option is the correct one. So the correct option is the second one. 1 take away 1 equals 0. Which sentence is true? 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 1 plus 2 equals 2. So which is the correct one? The correct option is option number 1, right? Because 2 plus 3 equals 5, but 1 plus 2 equals 2 is not the correct one because 1 plus 2 equals 3. So option number 1 is the correct one. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Which sentence is true? 2 minus 1 equals 4 or 2 plus 2 equals 4? Which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2, right? Because 2 take away 1 equals 3. So that means option number 1 is not the correct one. Option 2 is the correct one because 2 plus 2 equals 4. The second option is the correct one. Which sentence is true? 1 plus 3 equals 2 and 5 take away 1 equals 4. Which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1. 1 plus 3 equals 2. That is the correct option. Oh, 5 take away 1 equals 4 is the correct one. Okay, got it. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Yes, very good. Okay, the next one is add and subtract tens. No, I think I have skipped one of them. Hold on, let me just confirm. We're working on grade 1. Chapter is mixed operations and the lesson is 10 more or less. Grade 1 it is. Chapter name is mixed operation. The lesson is 10 more or less. Okay, which number is 10 more than 14, right? So 10 more than 14. More means whenever you have more means you have to add, right? 10 more than 14 means you have to add 10 to 14, right? Or either 10 more than 14. So to find 10 more, make the number of tens, just add 1 to the tens digit, right? So when you add 14, you have The number is 14. This is the tens digit. Just add 1 to the tens digit. 1 plus 1 is 4, so it would be 24, right? Okay, which number is 10 less than 78? Okay, in 78, the tens digit is 7, right? This one is the ones digit, this one is the tens digit. You have 10 less, that means you have to subtract 1 from the tens digit. So 7 take away 1 is 6, so it would be 60, right? Which number is 10 more than 54? 10 more means you have to add 1 to the tens digit, right? The tens digit is 5, 4 is the ones digit, and 5 is the tens digit. So you have to add 1 to the tens digit, right? So 5 plus 1 equals 6, so it would be 64, right? The correct option is 64. Let's just start with the practice questions. Which number is 10 less than 84, right? So 10 less means you have to subtract 1 from the tens digit, right? So 84, the rightmost digit is always the ones digit, that would be the ones digit, and that is the tens digit. 8 is at the tens position. So which number is 10 less? That means you have to subtract 1 from the tens digit. So 8 take away 1 is 7, so it would be 74. So the correct option is 74. 10 less than 84 is 74. Which number is 10 more than 54? So which is the correct option? 10 more than 54, right? When more, that means you have to add 1 to the digit that is at the tens position, right? So 54, 5 is at the tens position, so add 1, so 5 plus 1 is 6. So that means 10 more than 54 is 64. The correct option is 64. Okay, the next one is, what number is 10 more than 40? So which is the correct option? 10 more than 40. More means you have to add, right? So 10 more means you have to add 1 to the tens digit. Tens digit is 4. So when you add 1, it would be 50. So the correct option is 50. 10 more than 40 means it is 50. The correct option is 50. The next one is, what number is 10 less than 78? So which is the correct option? 10 less than 78, right? So that means you have to subtract 1 from the tens digit. So when you subtract 1 from the tens digit, so it would be, which digit is at the tens position? 7 is at the tens position, right? So when you subtract 1, it would be 68. So the correct option is 68. What number is 10 less than 78? That would be 68. What number is 10 less than 63? So which is the correct option? 10 less than 63, right? You have to subtract 1 from the tens digit. So it would be 53. The correct option is 53. 10 less than 63 is 53. Which number is 10 less than 35? So which is the correct option? That means you have to subtract 1 from the tens digit, right? So which is at the tens position? 3 is at the tens position, right? So you have to subtract 1, so it would be 25. The correct option is 25. Which number is 10 more than 5? So which is the correct option? 10 more than 5, right? You don't have any tens digit with 5, right? You only have 5. That means that tens digit is 0. Now you have to add 1 to tens digit. So 0 plus 1 is 1. It makes 15, right? The correct option is 15. So the correct option is 15. What number is 10 less than 48? So which is the correct option? 10 less than 48 means you just have to subtract 1 from the tens digit, right? So it would be 38. The correct option is 38. Which number is 10 more than 14? So which is the correct option? 10 more than 14 means you have to add 1 to tens digit, right? So it would be 14 plus 10 makes 24. The correct option is 24. What number is 10 less than 94? So which is the correct option? 9 is the digit at the tens position, right? You have to subtract 1. So 9 take away 1 is 8. So it would be 84. That means 90. The number that is 10 less than 94 is 84. The correct option is 84. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is add and subtract tens. Okay, 10 plus 60, right? You can see the ones digit for the both of the numbers is 0. When the number of zeros is same, it is easy to add. You just have to arrange them one above the other. Adding 0 means 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. You just have to add both the numbers. So 6 plus 1 is 7. That means it is 70, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. So that is for the numbers where you have the number of zeros is exactly same, right? 70 plus 0. So adding 0 change nothing. So 70 plus 0 is the same number 70, right? The correct option is 70. Subtract 90 minus 30. Okay, so the numbers are all because they both the numbers have same number of zeros, right? Just one zero. So when the numbers have same number of zeros, that is very easy to just to subtract them. Just write them one above the other. They are already written one above the other. Subtract the ones digit. 0 minus 0 is 0, and 9 minus 3 is 9 minus 3 is 6, right? So it would be 69. 90 minus 30 is 60. Subtract 90 minus 10. So just write them one above the other because they have same numbers of zeros. So 0 take away 0 is always 0 and 9 take away 1 is 8. So 90 minus 10 is 80. So the correct option is 80, right? The correct option is 80. Add 40 plus 10. So for the addition, you have to do the same. 0 plus 0 is 0. Just add the digits that are at the tens position. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So the correct option is 50. 40 plus 10 is 50. Okay, 10 take away 0. So adding 0 and subtracting 0 is exactly same. When you are adding 0 or subtracting 0, it changes. The numbers are exactly same, right? So 10 minus 0 is 10. The correct option is 10. Add 40 plus 50. So which is the correct option? 0 plus 0 is 0 and 5 plus 4 is 9. So the correct option is 90. Okay, add 10 plus 60. So which is the correct option? 0 plus 0 is 0 and 6 plus 1 is 7. So the correct option is 70. 10 plus 60 equals 70. So the correct option is 70. 90 minus 20. Which is the correct option? 0 minus 0 is 0 and 9 minus 2 is, yes, 7. So 90 minus 20 is 70. The correct option is option number 70. Okay, add 60 plus 20. So which is the correct option? 0 plus 0 is 0 and 6 plus 2 is 8. So it would be 80. The correct option is 80. Subtract 80 minus 70 equals 80 minus 70 is 10. The correct option is 10. Okay, add 50 plus 20. So which is the correct option? 5 plus 2 is 7, right? So 50 plus 20 is 70. The correct option is 70. Okay, subtract 40, take away 20. Which is the correct option? So 40 take away 20 is 20. 70 plus 10 is 70 plus 10 is 80. So the correct option is 80. The correct option is 80. 70 plus 20 is, yes, it is 90. The correct option is 90. Okay, the last one is 30 take away 30. So subtracting a number from itself equals 30 take away 30 is 0. Subtracting a number from itself equals 0, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 1 math. The chapter we were working on is next of the lessons we have covered today are addition and subtraction word problems, addition and subtraction sentences true or false, 10 more or less, add and subtract tens. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.